following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. And we got some special guests in this morning. How you doing, Bob? You doing good? All right. Molly.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. What's going on?
Good.
You got Alan, your sidekick, over here with you this morning, so what's happening?
I do. I'm here to talk about a couple things, actually, a couple fundraisers that we got going on. Alan's here with me to talk about Rotary and our event. We have a polar...
Who's our event?
Rotary.
Rotary, okay.
Rotary.
All right.
Of Jessup, Rotary of Jessup.
All right.
No, Lord. We have a polar plunge coming up. It's the very first one that we have done. We are organizing that now, and so he is here to help me talk about that a little bit.
All right, Alan?
Yep, so Rotary's trying to raise some money so we can help some folks out in the community. The money that we're going to raise with the polar plunge will stay in Wayne County, just like with the Poinsettia fundraiser. We're trying to do some good things for the community, help folks out that are in need, and have a good time doing it.
All right. Tell us all about it.
Well, we actually, Pam Wheat, the new owner of the Trail House, came to us with this idea, something that she had seen done in other communities and back where she is originally from. So we took off with it and decided that we would make it happen this year. So we have 13 participants, local community leaders who have agreed to jump into a cold pool on February 26th at the Travel House. So they are all raising money for Rotary. Those funds will go to our scholarship fund and local projects fund for different projects that we sponsor throughout the community. And we hope that it'll be a good event and good fundraiser for us.
So they just get people to give money or pledge money for them to jump into a pool in the middle of the winter, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So we have 13 participants who have agreed to help us raise funds, and they are Chuck Mosley, our sheriff, David Earl Keith, the mayor of Jessup, Alan Volskay with Georgia Power, Ralph Hickox, Wayne County Commissioner, Hugh Armstrong of Armstrong Family Dentistry, Sean O'Quinn of Country Financial, Jason Weaver, Mayor of Scriven, Clay Bethay, Rainier Advanced Materials, Joe Arardi, Wayne Memorial Hospital, Nick Ellis with the Wayne County School Board, Jeff Chandler with Howard and Jones Funeral Home, Caleb Popple of Hospice of South Georgia, and Warren Wagamuth of Walmart.
Okay, all these people are going to jump into the pool.
They are. They are going to jump into the pool on February 26th at 12 o'clock noon.
Okay. I hope they raise lots of a lot of money. And Alan, who all y'all going to be helping out with the money with Rotary?
It's going to be various charities. They haven't been determined at this time, but we'll be happy to take folks' ideas on where it might need to go.
Okay, sounds good.
And we could always use a couple more plungers there, Bob and Butch.
Sorry about that.
We're going to have lunch afterwards for the plungers, and there will be some prizes yet to be determined, but part of the prize for the top plunger, the fundraiser will be will allow them to pick a charity of their own, decide which charity they would like to give $500 towards.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
At the Trail House.
They got a pool there?
They do. Behind in the back, they have a pool.
Okay.
So we will.
It'll be at noon on that Friday.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So we have collection boxes set up at the chamber for each of the participants, as well as each of them will be collecting funds themselves as well. So.
All right. Sounds fun. And what's the second fundraiser?
Okay, my other fundraiser is Kiwanis, and as you probably know, we are known for our pancake suppers. We do this every year for I don't know how many years now, over 20 years. And that helps us raise funds for scholarships that we give to local seniors. We give over $4,500 in scholarships every year. So we are doing that as a drive-through this year. It will not be our traditional sit-down supper. We will be doing it as a drive-through on Thursday, February 18th, and that'll be at Epworth United Methodist Church right there on Ty and 3rd Street. And if anybody would like tickets, I've got tickets at City Hall, or there are tickets at Jessup Insurance Agency, Ralph Trapnell's office. So we are hoping to raise a lot of money, sell a lot of pancakes and sausage, and it's $6 for one plate, or you can get 2 plates for $10.
All right, sounds good. I know that Bob's been talking about that on the local news there. That pancake supper is always a big annual event for y'all. But drive-through this year, once again, the dates on that?
It is Thursday, February 18th. It'll be from 5 to 7 at Epworth United Methodist, and tickets are on sale now.
All right, a couple of fundraiser by a couple of the civic clubs here in town, Rotary and Kiwanis. And wish y'all the best as y'all raise funds, because we know that y'all just give that money right back into the community with different charities and scholarships and things of that sort. And just a great work done by our local civic clubs. All right, anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. Oh.
Just real quick, the boxes, if you want to donate to the Rotary Polar Plunge, pick your candidate you'd like to see jump. The boxes will be at the chamber. Mm-hmm. And you can pick who you want to jump. And then if you have questions, you can call Molly at 427-1313.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all have a most wonderful day. And if you need to come back on to promote, just let us know.
All right. Thank you.
All right. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. We got more guests in the green room. We'll be back in just a moment.
When it comes to building a family business, we understand the business of growing. At First Southern Bank, we've been meeting the needs of South Georgia farmers for over 100 years with competitive ag loan rates, including equipment loans, farmland loans, and lines of credit. First Southern Bank has all the banking tools you need to help keep your growing business growing. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. For loan rates and more, visit firstsoutherngA.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
All right, 10 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup, world-famous Butch and Bob Show for this Friday morning. Bob, who do we have now?
We got Katie Ward, the competition cheer coach, in the studio. A couple of cheerleaders. They've had an undefeated season, and they're headed up to North Side, Warner Robins, this Saturday to compete for the region championship. So she's here to tell us all about it and all about the season and how it's going. I mean, I think this is the first undefeated regular season for the cheerleaders. Is that correct?
It is. As far, and I checked, some of the history and stuff. Wayne County has never been in a position as far as competition cheerleading where they've had a lot of teams in their classification. So when the regions have realigned and classifications have changed, that's changed a lot of the outcomes. But this is the first time that Wayne County has faced actual competition, actual competitors, and won. And so winning that first competition, beginning of the season, was huge. That was it was a huge milestone for these kids. And now we're undefeated in the regular season, so we'll go on. We're actually going to leave tonight because our check-in time is so early in the morning. There are 50-something teams that will be competing from regions 1, 2, 3, and 4 in classifications 5A, 3A, 1A, and AA. So the way that it's had to been structured because of COVID. There will be 4 or 5 different sessions, and they're staggered, from the morning on to the late afternoon, early evening. So we're going to leave tonight so that we can get there, get a good night's rest, and be ready to check in at 9 in the morning.
Good.
What's the competition like? Is it a routine? Is it a time-structured routine? Tell us about what they'll be doing.
Go ahead.
All right, move the mic to you. Sit real close.
And these are my two senior cheerleaders. I've got Brooklyn Brantley and Ansley Harder. And I asked them to come because they're the only 2 seniors that we have on the competition cheer team. Now we have 13 seniors total on our spirit team. And, here in the county, our county policy is you have to cheer spirit in order to do competition. So we don't have a separate program. So these girls are 2 of the many who cheer. They try out in March. This year, of course, it was later than that due to being out of school. But they'll try out, and then they essentially go year-round. And they're on actually 2 competition teams, the traditional competitive team and then the game day team as well. But I asked them to come because they're 2 of my senior leaders.
Okay.
Sounds good. Introduce yourself. Tell us your parents, and tell us about the trip.
I'm Brooklyn Brantley. My parents are Travis and Rebecca Brantley, and I've been competing for 4 years.
My name is Ansley Harder. I'm the daughter of Lane Adams and Chris Harder, and this is actually my first year on the competition team.
Wow. So what do you do in competition? What kind of routine, if a person was sitting there watching you, what would you be doing? What kind of routine is it?
Well, we go on the floor for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and we do a series of stunts. We do secondary stunts, we do a cheer, and we do a dance.
Okay. So it is a structured event.
And pyramid.
And pyramid. Got to do that pyramid. Yes. So who's the girl that's got to get on top?
That's our flyer.
The smallest one.
The smallest one. and that is?
We actually have 4 flyers because with 16 kids on the floor, we put up 4 stunt groups, so we have 4 flyers. We have actually 2 freshmen. Shelby Stevens is one of our freshmen. Reese Dean is one of our freshmen. We have a sophomore. It's their second year with us, Sage Griffin. And then we actually have a new student this year who transferred in from another county, Anna Watkins, and she's a junior.
Well, at least they call flyers and not fallers, right?
Oh, absolutely. We do not. We don't fall. We don't. No, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, it sounds like fun, but, competition cheerleading, have either one of you girls had injuries? I know that it's a sport. Everybody in a sport gets some sort of injury, anything
Absolutely.
From track to competition to football to basketball. Y'all had any?
Well, I've actually never had an injury, but this year a girl fell on me and I busted my lip wide open, but nothing too serious.
Nothing too bad, huh?
We went and glued it back together.
Yeah.
Just glued it back.
We got Coach White to glue it back together. She was back at practice. We ran over to the school and got him to glue it, and then she was back on the mat practicing in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah, but it is a sport that's very competitive. You can't have injuries, but it's also very entertaining, and it's good for the girls to learn the structure of the competition, of learning the routine, and just feeling proud to go undefeated. You know how many teams go through the entire season undefeated? Just
not many.
Not many,
Not many
So
at
that
all.
just shows you how great this program's come along, because I remember when it started, and, we were having trouble getting it started, and then we were getting beat, but now undefeated. That's just absolutely amazing.
Well, when I came here, this is my 4th season in Wayne County, and when my husband and our family came here, tasked with bringing or reviving the competitive program, and I said I like to make goals. My parents always taught me, make goals, set those goals so that you have something to attain and something to reach for. And I said 5 years. In 5 years, this program will be a force to be reckoned with, and it'll be reputable across the state. In the 2nd year, we were state runner-up at the game day competition. In the 3rd year, we were state runner-up again in the game day competition. And now in our 4th year, we're undefeated, and we are going to, try to get this region title and move on to state, and hopefully, continue and do well at state this year too. And it really speaks to the dedication that these kids have shown, and the buy-in, and the standards that I set and the expectations are very high, and not everybody can work with me, and I understand that. And so when you have to set those expectations high, and you have to push them. so that they understand what they're capable of. And they've bought into that. The community has bought into that. The community has been absolutely incredible. There's something special about sports in a small town, and Wayne County just takes the cake on that. We didn't have a full set of cheer mats, and that second year, we had members from the community come together, businesses that donated money so that we could buy cheer mats, a full set of mats, because those things are paramount and you got to have them.
Right.
But just the support that we've had from the community, the support that we've had from the parents, the dedication and perseverance from the kids, this year especially, having them under, the constraints of COVID-19 and the pandemic and all of the different restrictions, the season's been pushed back. It's made things so much harder to do. And just the fact that they have stepped up and, sacrificed. I mean, I've asked these girls to, my spirit and my competition cheerleaders, I've asked them to, sacrifice family trips and gatherings and events and things in order to keep themselves safe. And, we've had families who have experienced COVID within their own families, and they have either quarantined themselves or sent the girls off, so that they wouldn't be exposed. And so, it takes a village. We've heard that adage, heard that saying. But I think that this year and their success is really and truly indicative of the village that we have behind us. And blown away, could not be more proud to be Wayne County.
Somebody just texted in and says, Katie is such an awesome coach, such a blessing to Wayne County and the cheerleaders.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, thank you. The blessing is being here. Like I said, you have this community that just rallies behind every single thing that you do. And, to have something that's so unfamiliar and so unknown and so demanding as competitive cheer, and even, the game day and the sideline, the things that we've done, the changes that we've made, and to have people step up and support that. My cheerleaders are role models, and they are community leaders. I mean, we are asked, unfortunately this year we've not been able to do it, but we're asked to go and be greeters at the elementary schools. And, the girls will be there in the morning greeting the kids as they get out of the cars. They go and mentor at the different schools, and community service is one of the things that I require my kids, my athletes, to do. And the things that they do within the community, it's amazing to see. Young people, they can be out doing anything. They can be doing negative things. They can be doing all these making terrible choices. But then you have these kids that step up, and they want to do well within their sport and within their community.
And we mentioned all the girls on the team. Could we run down that again? How many girls are going?
We have a total of 18 kids, 18 athletes that we travel with.
Just want to make sure we get all those names.
Absolutely. I'll start with stunt groups. We've got Shelby Stevens, Ansley Harder, Addie Reiner, Alasia Rawls. We've got Reese Dean, Leanna Cooper, Ayla Roberson, and, Annie Westbury. Then we have Sage Griffin, Gracie Anderson, Brooklyn Brantley, Abby Brady, and Anna Watkins, Brianna Benda, Maggie Sluter, and Summer Eastwood. And then we have two other young ladies that travel with us that serve as alternates, Jolie Jones and Alea Nixon. And one was, injured in a previous season unrelated to cheer, but she, stays with us. She supports these girls, and she's constantly working to come back and to be a part of this. Jolie, actually, we pulled her up out of pure necessity, and she actually competed as one of our flyers this year. So that's huge to have these kids that are willing to step up and commit to this, and fill in as needed, and just support their teammates and be there for these moments.
What about any assistant coaches? You got anybody helping you?
I actually do. It's a really unique story. I have a former student. He was one of my AP students in Effingham County, and never competed with me in Effingham. We just didn't. We had the separate programs and all, and he did spirit cheer, but he was an all-star cheerleader, all-star coach, Kayvon Spriggs. And he's come here. He teaches here. He is an incredible math teacher. Everybody, wants their kids in his class, and he's absolutely incredible. And I brought him up, and he coaches with me. And it's really cool to have, someone that you've taught before. And I guess it tells my age and all, too, but it is what it is. But to have somebody that you've taught, that you've seen, and you've watched grow from, their role as a student now to a teacher and a coach, and that, I think, that's really neat. That makes me super proud to have him here, and he's really, really instrumental in our tumbling. He has that, tumbling background and just really, brings a lot to the table.
So they'll be competing in a region this week. Is there a state event as well? Will they qualify for state if they do well in the region?
The way that the region program has been structured this year because of COVID, normally we have a 2-day state meet, and so you would go, if you advance, from region, you would go and compete at sectionals, and then the top 16 from sectionals then compete at state. But this year we are using region as sectionals, so you have to be, there are 4 regions, 4 regions at our site, and then the other 4 regions are at an alternate site in North Georgia. And so in addition to winning the region, which is our goal and what we want to do, we also have to be in the top 8 of all of the 5A teams there from regions 1 through 4. And so the top 8 will advance to the state finals, and then the other 8 will come from the other site in North Georgia.
Where's the state event at? Do you know where the state is?
I do. It's normally in Columbus. It's been in Columbus for like the past, 15 years. And this week on Wednesday, we got notification that they had actually moved state to Macon. So it'll be at the same time. It'll be February the 15th and 16th. 5A will compete on Monday the 15th, and then some of the other classifications will compete on Tuesday. So again, our goal obviously is to win region. That's the biggie. That's what we want to do. And there's no guarantee that, winning region will put you in that top 8 category. But
where's the stiffest competition come in the region? I mean, girls, you know that. You compete against them. Who's veterans, coffee, where?
Probably veterans and where. Those have been our biggest competitors this season.
I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah.
It's this new region everybody's in, so just
right. Well, and the thing that we try to, and I try to impress upon them and try to, encourage them that I can only control, and then that's a minuscule control at that. You can only control what you do, and so we try really hard not to worry about and not to focus on anyone but ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're trying to do better than we did last time, and you have 2.5 minutes to be absolute. You don't get a redo. You don't get a timeout. You don't get a, let me review this play and, send in another player or something. There's no substitutions. So we really try to focus on ourselves and what we can do, and, try to kind of block out the extraneous, what everybody else is doing, because can't control them.
We'll keep our fingers crossed that y'all go up and win that region. Hopefully you give us the result this weekend. We'll have for everybody on Monday, but we wish y'all the best of luck. Appreciate y'all coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And as you mentioned, I said I know about this because my nieces were competitive cheerleaders. I know about, and I know how tough it is. It's a tough sport. It's a lot, like I said, it's a lot, as Mitch mentioned, there's a lot of injuries.
It's actually the most, it surpassed football in the past 2 years with, the highest number of, or highest percentage of injuries, most dangerous.
My niece was one, don't drop them, because my niece got dropped and she broke her leg during competition this year. So that's how I know all about the injuries.
Well, we do work, from the very beginning on the progressions of skills, and as a coach, as a teacher, as just an adult professional, safety. Safety is first and foremost. So
niece, she was at North Gwinnett. They won back-to-back state champions.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. We're trying to really bring the heat for the North Georgia teams. We're ready for some South Georgia representation.
It's fun to watch, like I said, but I know there's a lot of work in. Like I said, all that tumbling, all that choreography. There's a lot of work put into it. So, congratulations again on the undefeated season. And like I said, we wish you all the best of luck at state. Hopefully, or in the region, hopefully you'll advance to state. That'll be a great story.
We'll definitely let y'all know.
Okay.
I promise we'll let you know. You might hear it all the way from Warner Robins tomorrow.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much. Right. Thank you for having us.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
Big Dog Country Radio, more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment. Take a step forward in the right direction in 2021 with a new career. Contact us here at WIFO-FM and WLOP-AM about our current openings for account executives, full-time or part-time. You will be trained to offer local businesses effective radio and digital advertising and marketing solutions. Salary plus commission. Call or text us to set up an interview at 912-427-3711. 912-427-3711. That's 912-427-3711. Call between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday and ask for Mr. Hubbard. Text us anytime. Begin the new year with a new career with WIFO and WLOP Radio. Jessup Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer. Well, Bob, you said you picked against the old goat twice. New Orleans, Green Bay. You picked New Orleans to win. You picked Green Bay to win. But now you're not going to do it again.
No. I'm going to learn my lesson and jump on that winning bandwagon. He's one win away from the ultimate story. And like I said, everything's pointing towards a Tampa Bay win. The weather's in their favor. It's going to rain. Could slow Kansas City down. Kansas City still has all those injuries on the offensive line. So I just don't see Brady being denied being this close. I mean, it's amazing trying it. When he went to Tampa Bay, everybody just kind of laughed, 7-9, but here he is in the Super Bowl in Tampa. I just see him finding somehow,
and they had to come from the heart. They had to come from the wild card position up, Their
defense is awfully good. But, again, Kansas City's lost one game in 2 years. This Patrick Mahomes is amazing. I mean, he's fun to watch. I mean, he's kind of like the young GOAT. But I love Andy Reid. I've said all year long Kansas City is going to go back-to-back, but I just got a funny feeling that Tampa Bay is going to win the game, so I'm jumping on the Tampa Bay bandwagon.
Well, some people say that Brady's got more talent around him on the offense than he ever had at New England.
There's no question about that. Plus, their defense is playing very, very good. So the offensive line in Kansas City is going to be the big story. Like I said, they lost their all-pro tackle in the championship game. Another lineman's out. The center apparently had COVID earlier this week. They're not sure if he's going to play. So if he doesn't play, that's 3 offensive linemen not playing for Kansas City, and that could be a big factor in the game.
Right.
But I just see Brady and Gronk walking off with another championship.
That'd be history.
Yeah, 7. I mean, this is his 10th Super Bowl. I mean, that's just amazing in itself.
It is.
But if he wins this, he'll have more than any other franchise. Like I said, New England's got 6, Pittsburgh's got 6. He'll have 7 by himself. So
that is amazing.
Just an amazing story. So, but I'm good either way. Like I said, I've been with Kansas City all year long. So if they win, well, I'm going to see if my jinx works. See,
you're going to see if your jinx works.
Yeah. See, I'm going to see if I can jinx the
I really want Tampa Bay to win. I'm not trying to jinx anything. I really want Tampa Bay to win.
Should be a great game. Looking forward to it. Like I said, it's right here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. Westwood One will have it. I think the pregame starts at 2.
Yeah, we start at 2 o'clock
and then
right
the
here.
Kickoff's around 6:30. So hopefully it'll be a good weekend. Hopefully I can win that touchdown club. I haven't won ever, but there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
As long as you got a ticket. So
that's right. If you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance to win.
I've got my fingers crossed. I've get at least in the final 5. Be nice.
All right. Anything else, Bob?
No, that's it.
All right. Have a great weekend. All right. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by First Southern Bank, by Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, and Murphy Builder Supply. It is 8:30. Let's check in the latest news from Fox News Radio.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.